Okay, awesome. Thank you for the introductions. Just a couple logistics. We will take any questions that you have at the end of the presentation. And the best place to put those questions is in the Q&A feature in Zoom, which should be on your toolbar. But that is the best way to put in questions, and we will get to them at the very end. All right, so welcome to the Digital Skills Certificate Info Session. Today we're going to be going through our 4 certificate offerings that we have for you today, as well as talking a little bit about what Pathstream does and how these certificates are designed. We'll do a brief demo of the learning platform, and then we'll do Q&A at the very end. So to start, I'm going to have Naomi introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Naomi Rockhold. I'm a program coordinator for the Reynolds and Reynolds Sales Leadership Institute, which is part of Mays Business School at Texas A&M University. I'm very excited to join you guys here today. Just a quick note about me. I have been with the Sales Leadership Institute for just coming up on a year, with Mays Business School for about 4 years. And before that, my background is in public education. So education has been something very important to me for a long time in many, many different age groups. So, all right. So one of the things I'd like to start with is just take a minute and talk about what is the Sales Leadership Institute. So this organization that I work with is charged with sales, education, and skill development for the entire university at Texas A&M, not just the College Station campus. We define our mission fairly broadly. We have programs targeted to 7th grade students, current students, all the way up to executive education programs for senior industry leaders. So there's a huge collection of programs that we run with lots of different purposes. We partnered with Pathstream just because we wanted to deliver digital skills certificates programs targeted to early to mid-level professionals is our aim here. The skills developed through these certificate programs are skills that we believe will benefit sales professionals as well as those across a wide array of roles and industries. One of the slogans that we use is that sales skills are skills for life, things like communication and problem solving and relationship building. So we chose Pathstream particularly because of the quality of their program content and the solid model of content delivery. 3 of the staff at the Sales Leadership Institute have taken 3 different courses that are offered, 3 of the 4, and have shared with me that the courses were solid, they were very rigorous, and the content was of really high quality. So the certificate programs we're offering with Pathstream collaborate with industry experts. We have Asana, Tableau, Facebook, and Salesforce, and they'll go into that more. Lauren will go into that in more detail. And we use that to bring subject matter and expertise and practical real world experience to these programs through partnering with these industry partners. Our goal at Texas A&M is to provide students the right tools and the right credentials to achieve their desired career outcomes. So our best hope is for you to use these programs as a stepping stone to the next place that you want to go.
Awesome. Thanks, Naomi. And so just so you know who's talking to you as well, my name is Lauren and I work at Pathstream. I lead the learning design team. And so I've been a part of creating all these certifications. And so what my goal today is really to talk to you about these 4 offerings. So you've heard and you will hear this term digital skills. And all of our certifications that we're presenting to you today are aligned with growing digital skills. And digital skills roles, they pay more than non-digital skills roles. And these are really kind of fast growing skill sets that are being embedded in traditional industries like marketing or project management. And they really are sort of changing constantly with the economy and with industry trends. And we are really focused on aligning our certifications to those very important digital skills. So as a student in this program, you will be learning inside of the Pathstream platform. And that platform is really all about tool-based learning. And so what I mean by that is that instead of taking exams and using sort of readings and textbooks, you're actually going to be using the tools that you would use on the job inside of the Pathstream experience. So you're going to be using software related to project management. You're going to be using Salesforce, data tools like SQL and Tableau, and all of that is sort of embedded inside of the learning experience. You will also be assessed based on projects and not based on tests or quizzes. And so these projects mirror the tasks in the real world, and you will receive personalized feedback from your instructor on your performance on these projects. So each of our certifications is 3 courses long, and you are going to graduate from this experience with a certificate from the Reynolds and Reynolds Sales Leadership Institute at Texas A&M, and you will also receive career services as part of your certificate program. And to go into depth a little bit more on these career services, what we're really providing you with is a one-on-one career coach that's going to meet with you at the end of your program and work on your resume, work on your LinkedIn. We will identify kind of job opportunities for you to apply to. We will connect you to employers that we have relationships with. And we will also give you really personalized interview preparation and job salary negotiation and kind of all of those pieces that are important with getting that new job. So we have 4 programs that we're going to be talking about today, and I'm going to go in depth on each one, but a couple of things that are similar across all of our programs. So all of our programs are 3 courses each, and they range from about 18 to 27 weeks total. And there are no lecture times. So what I mean by that is that you can log in whenever you want every week to do work. You can log in on Mondays and Tuesdays or Saturdays and Sundays. But so that's really kind of what makes it self-paced and flexible, in that you get to dictate when you're going to learn in Pathstream, but you need to be doing a certain amount of work every week to stay on track in the program and to finish on time. So this is really built, this flexibility is built for your busy lives and your schedules. And so there is kind of deadlines with flexibility and that kind of the ability to set your own schedule. You'll also receive instructor support. So as I mentioned, you will have an instructor that is available to answer your questions, to grade your projects, and to kind of be there when you need them. But they are not going to be holding required lecture times or sessions every week. They are more there to support you as you need them. And finally, as I mentioned, you will earn that certificate that is from the Reynolds and Reynolds Sales Leadership Institute upon completion. So here's just some testimonials, things people say about this program. People really love the labs, which I will show you in my demo. Students really like how, you get to have very active learning with the material broken down into bite-sized pieces to make it easier to understand. So these are just a few things that students like you have said about this program. And now I'm going to go into depth on each of the 4 programs that are being offered. So the first is the Tableau Data Analytics Certificate. So this certification is really preparing you for careers in data analysis, in business analysis, but it's also a really great program for people that want to add data-driven decision-making or data skills to their existing job, even if you're not a data analyst. So this is a really versatile certification. For all of our programs, some students pursue total career changes, right, where they are pursuing something completely new. Some students are using this certification to get a promotion or a new role within their existing company. So lots of options here. And almost all of our certificates are aligned to an industry exam. And this exam is not offered by Pathstream or by Texas A&M, but it is something that you can optionally take if you'd like. And it is something that you can add to your resume as an extra credential. So this certification is aligned to the Tableau Desktop Specialist exam. Again, that optional exam you can take, but it's a great way to sort of prepare through this certificate for other things to add to your resume. So as I mentioned, each certificate is composed of 3 courses, and these are the 3 courses for the data analytics certificate. So the first course focuses on spreadsheet software and using spreadsheets to analyze, clean, synthesize data. The second course goes into more in-depth analysis using SQL, which is another analysis tool. And then the third course is focused on data visualization using Tableau. All right, so the second certification we're going to talk about today, and I really would love any questions that you guys have about each of these certificates in the Q&A, so keep those coming, and we will get to them at the very end, but I expect you might have more questions than what I presented, so definitely think through them and add them. All right, so the second certificate is a Salesforce Administrator Career Certificate, and this certificate is aligned to job titles such as Salesforce Administrator, Sales Representative, Sales Development Representative, Sales Operations. There's really a lot of roles that this one is aligned to because it's really preparing you for roles that use CRMs or customer relationship management systems. Salesforce is a CRM. It is the largest CRM, the most used CRM in the world. And this is preparing you for careers that use those systems. And it's teaching you about the sales process. It's teaching you about how different people use Salesforce and how to manipulate it and use it for various business use cases. And similarly to Tableau, this certificate is aligned to an exam that's offered directly by Salesforce Trailhead. It's called the Certified Salesforce Administrator Credential Exam. And that is a very important credential. You definitely want to add that to your resume. But this certificate will help you prepare for that exam. So I like to take a minute to talk about Salesforce admins because some people know what this is, but for others, it's a relatively new industry. So Salesforce administrators work with customer relationship management systems, specifically Salesforce, to help to make the sales process efficient. And they're doing that by creating dashboards, creating reports, all using Salesforce and Salesforce data. So this is really a hands-on profession that requires some technical sort of interest because you're going to be using Salesforce in a hands-on way. But it's also something that's used across virtually every industry. So any industry that uses CRMs will want to hire somebody that knows Salesforce. So this is a very sort of diverse, this gives you that sort of ability to get into diverse industries. And so here are the 3 courses within this certification. So these are a little bit more detail on each course, but the first course in the Salesforce program is focused on how CRM is used in business. You're going to use Salesforce Sales Cloud and Salesforce case management and knowledge features to build reports and charts. In the second course, you're going to go a little bit more into depth on Salesforce administration. So you're going to use the Sales Cloud features, and you're going to start building and designing custom Salesforce apps. And in the third course and final course, it's really advanced topics in Salesforce administration. So you're going to use more advanced features, reporting functions, analysis tools, all sort of within the Salesforce interface. All right, so moving on to the Asana Project Management Certificate. So this certification is really geared towards roles like program manager, project coordinator. And this is another very diverse sort of skill set because you can use this skill set even if you don't have a project manager title, right? Because pretty much every profession needs to know how to manage projects. So this is a very applicable skill set. You're also going to be prepared for an industry exam called the CAPM exam. And that's an optional exam, but this certification is aligned to that exam, which is a really great benefit. And this is an exam that is, it's important in industry, and it's something that we are preparing you for as part of this program. So here are the 3 courses offered in this project management certificate. The first course is really foundational. You're going to focus on basics of project management. And then in the second course, move into how to create a project schedule, a budget, a communication plan. And you're going to be using tools like Asana and Google Sheets. Asana is a project management software that's used by lots of companies across the country. And it's similar to Jira or other tools that you may have heard of, but we happen to be teaching you how to use Asana, but a lot of the skills you're learning are actually applicable to other project management softwares. And then finally, in the third course, we're going to talk about risk, quality management, and more sort of advanced topics in project management. And last but not least, I want to talk a little bit about the Facebook Digital Marketing Certificate. So this certificate is aligned to roles such as digital marketing coordinator, marketing specialist, social media marketer. And so this is really kind of a very important skill set today because most digital marketing or most marketing efforts are focused on digital. And so that's really the demand in the job market. And just to show you how these 3 courses are laid out, the first course is foundational, focused on kind of very important topics in marketing, so in business. So SWOT analyses, brand positioning statements, unique value propositions, competitive analysis. These are sort of fundamental marketing topics. And in the second course, you're going to move more into marketing analytics. So this is a growing field that sort of combines marketing and data analysis. And so you're going to be using Google Sheets and Google Analytics to really investigate the data behind a lot of marketing efforts and producing recommendations for various stakeholders based on that data. And the third course is all about social media marketing. So you're going to be using Facebook Ads Manager to create and launch various social media campaigns. So what I want to do is I'm going to switch my screen over and I'm going to show you a little bit about how the platform looks from the perspective of a student, because I think that's an important thing for you to see. So what I'm showing on my screen right here is our course on SQL. So this is the second course in the data analytics certificate. And you can see here that when you come in, you've got all your lessons sort of lined up here, and there's no textbook. This is everything that you need for this course is all in this interface. And so if you go into one of these lessons, you can see that you would click on one to start. And what you're going to have here is, learning objectives, there's text, there's what we call knowledge checks, which are short quizzes that help you to assess your understanding of the material in a really quick way. And these don't happen to be graded, but they help to create a more active learning environment versus just reading and watching videos. So we also have some videos in our platform that are short that kind of give you that information to then apply through various activities. So lots of visual aspects to the learning experience and lots of quizzes and ways to kind of assess your learning in small ways before you get to what we call the labs environment. And this is that hands-on, that experience that I was telling you about in the demo, in the presentation. So when you click Launch Lab, what you're actually going to be taken to is this environment right here. So this is a lab environment. And what's happening here is that you've got MySQL Workbench, which is an analysis tool, loading up on the right-hand side. Now, it might not work right now because I have so many programs running and I left this kind of not running when I was doing my presentation, but actually I can probably load it up again from over here. So what's doing is the lab is being launched on the right-hand side. And so this is MySQL, as I told you. And so I can manipulate this. I can run queries here. I can delete things. And what I have on the left-hand side are a set of instructions. And these are, kind of like my roadmap for what I should do and how I should experience this lab. And there's quiz questions in here, there's knowledge checks, there's opportunities for me to assess my learning and my understanding, all in this sort of interactive environment where I'm actually using the tool right here in Pathstream. There's no downloading, there's no account creation. It's all a very seamless process.